5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you set 2 of the OSL Ro24 Group C. We have Jangbi versus S2. Once upon a time, Jangbi was one of the best Protoss players around. He was over 68% win rate in all 3 matchups, or rather that was an average win rate. He was best against Terran, and he was a dominant player. These days, he's below 40% in his average win rate in the last year. He has been showing more signs of life in recent times, so here's hoping that he can make it out of this OSL group. By the way, Jangbi is the yellow Protoss at the 1 o'clock position, S2 is the white Zerg at the 7 o'clock position. S2, on the other hand, is one of the fabled SKT Zerg, since they have so few, although these days that's not actually completely true. S2 is a good versus Protoss player. He is a specialist against Protoss. He's over 60% in his matchup against Protoss. Not too good against Terran, but he is facing Jangbi, and I actually have to give S2 the edge here, as sad as that may be, because whereas S2, I've seen his recent games against Protoss, and he's perfectly fine. Whereas Jangbi, I haven't seen a recent game against Zerg that I can remember. I believe I just don't remember too much. I think he managed to beat Crazy Hydra in a Pro League match, but that's... And it wasn't like a particularly emphatic victory. It was more Crazy Hydra being an idiot in that game. So we'll see. That's the only thing I can remember. The game wasn't very memorable, is the problem. It looks like this drone is going to a third base, a third location to put down the second hatchery, I should say. And I believe this was an overpool build coming from S2 here. So S2 going to put down his second hatchery, which would effectively be his third expansion. The second expansion, the natural expansion being the first, even though he put this expansion down first. Regardless, S2 has put down a hatchery at the 9 o'clock position. And he will surely put down a hatchery at his natural soon enough. Jangbi has opted to go for Gateway first, despite seeing this overpool build. It's interesting. Perhaps he wants to put down on some pressure with early Zealot too. He does have the Probe Scout still alive, seeing everything. He sees there are only 2 Zerglings. That's not going to bother Zealots too much. The thing is, I always worry for Protoss when they try this. It never really works, because these Zealots are so slow, and the Overlord sees the Zealot. By the time the Zealot gets over there, S2 can just morph 4 more Zerglings, and he can morph Zerglings as necessary to crush this attack and stop any sort of effective harass. You can see that S2 has an Overlord just hovering over Jangbi's natural there. He sees everything that's going on, and as you can see, S2 now with 4 Zerglings now, he can adjust his Zerglings as needed, and Zerglings build very quickly. So I am really not sure about this. The only thing I can think of that would make more sense is not early harass, that's doomed to failure, but perhaps stockpiling a few more Zealots for the +1 speed lot attack. And these Zealots on this map are quite capable of defending the Protoss base from any sort of ground intrusion, because the choke point is very narrow. So interestingly enough, a Forge is not necessary. I haven't really seen this particular build yet. He's gone Gateway, a few Zealots, and then a Nexus. No Forge yet. Surely he's getting ready to put down the Forge. He's put down the Forge in a blocking position, it looks like. There are a lot of Zerglings out here for S2. He's got perhaps a dozen Zerglings here, and Jangbi is going to be forced to withdraw his forces. He needs a cannon up, in fact, lest he get caught off guard and the Zerglings break his front door down. In fact, that is a very real danger for Jangbi here. I think S2 has speed. The Zerglings are moving quite quickly on the map. Oh, okay, they do not. Maybe I was just hallucinating there. Hydralisk then going down for S2. No lair. This looks like S2 is going for an early break. Now, Jangbi, he needs to hopefully scout this out. Unfortunately for Jangbi, his solitary probe is not going to get past all those Zerglings. And I'm not sure Jangbi will be prepared for this. He's gone rather defense light here. S2 going for the early Hydra plus Ling break. He'll probably get speed and speed for both his Zerglings and his Hydralisk, and then just barrel down the front door. Unless Jangbi puts down like 5 or 6 cannons, he's gonna have no chance to stop this. And these Zerglings doing a very good job of stopping the Scouting Probe. Zerglings have speed now. So Jangbi is in the dark. He's got 1 cannon, 5 Zealots. That's not gonna do much against the Hydralisks that are surely coming out now for Hydra. I mean, not Hydra, for S2, and you can see he's rallying units in the middle of the map there. Those are almost certainly Hydras. Yep, and he's got... Actually, I can't tell. The Hydras have speed upgrade, yes. The Hydras have speed upgrade, I think. They seem to be moving a bit slow. Regardless, I don't know why I'm a little confused. This particular commentary about the Hydra speeds, they do not have speed. But surely the speed will finish upgrading very soon. Jangbi, with his Corsair though, sees this. He's starting to panic a bit and put down cannons, but I don't think this is going to be in time. We'll see though. The Hydras are attacking. The Hydras of S2 looks like they are moving into position for attack. Tons of Zerglings as reinforcements. These Hydras, I think S2 will micro them strategically to kill the cannons, while the Zerglings sort of do most of the damage. S2 needs to be a bit careful with his Hydras. He needs to micro the Hydras very carefully to kill the cannons. As long as he kills the cannons, he will win the game. If he cannot kill the cannons, he's going to be in desperate trouble. Lots of Zergling reinforcements. And Jangbi, it looks like, actually managed to hold this attack off. He's got 4 cannons now, 5th one warping. He's got a Corsair killing Overlords without opposition here. The worst thing that can... I think Jangbi's going to be fine for the most part. Hydra not sending reinforcements to the middle of the map. This break not successful. Jangbi reacting just in time. Critically, his Corsair Scout seeing the Hydras in time, and now we see Jangbi using his Corsairs very effectively to kill all sorts of Overlords, surely supply blocking S2. That's probably why he hasn't rallied units to the front in some time. Now S2 has managed to rebuild a few more Hydras, but I just don't think he's going to be able to break. There are 4 Zealots, 6 cannons. That is a formidable defense there, especially if S2 throws away Hydras like that. And without Hydras at the front, Jangbi's even going to be able to kill this Overlord here. And the advantage is now clearly in Jangbi's camp. Nice defense by Jangbi, I have to say. I think Jangbi would have to struggle to lose at this point. S2 managed to rally a few more Hydras to the front, but he's got no tech. He's got very low economy. He's got almost no drones. And these Overlords, these slow Overlords are going to do nothing against the Corsairs. The Dark Templar is going to be able to go in and kill everything. This is GG at this point. Even if Jangbi loses all his Corsairs, he's not going to care, because the Dark Templar can just destroy everything. And these cannons are going to be able to hold off the Zerg attack. GG coming from S2. Nice defense by Jangbi, I have to say, winning a game against a good versus Protoss Zerg. So going on to the winners match.
그 이에 어떤 히드라가 빠지는 모습을 커세어로 본 게 보자마자 지었던 게 컸습니다.